Magandang hapon, Pilipinas! Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja Elizalde, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH Radio at sa mga nanonood sa DZRH TV, lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Para sa maraming tao, ang mga bagay na may kinalaman sa pananampalataya ay kadalasang seryoso, tahimik, at minsan parang mahirap ikonekta sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. Pero sino ba ang nagsabing hindi pwedeng maging masaya at may halong komedya ang pagiging malapit sa Diyos? Laughter could also be a gift, isang paraan para ipakita na ang pananampalataya ay buhay, makulay at punong-puno ng pag-asa. As we commemorate Palm Sunday, kilalanin natin ang isang espesyal na panauhin na nagdadala ng faith-filled fun sa maraming tao. Through a unique brand of humor and storytelling, pinapaalala niya sa atin na ang mabuting balita ay hindi lang dapat ituro o pag-usapan, kundi maramdaman, maisabuhay, at oo, minsan ay pagtawanan din. Kaya't huwag kayong aalis. Sa hapong ito, samahan ninyo kami sa kalahating oras ng masayang kwentuhan kasama ang Catholic comedian and award-winning author na si Romar Chuca. Magbabalik ang Art to Art pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
ACS. Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa.
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at madupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama natin sa hapong ito ang binagsagang the Catholic comedian, Mr. Romar Chuca. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Romar. Welcome to Art to Art.
Isang mapayapang hapon din po sa iyo, Miss Lisa.
Romar, sinabi mo kanina while we were off the air na may picture tayo together.
Gusto mo makita?
Sige. I believe you. I believe you.
Okay.
Kasi atinista ka. Aha. Okay. So you actually have an impressive academic and professional background. Graduate ng Ateneo, MBA holder, licensed teacher. Pero paano ka napunta sa comedy? I mean, what made you take this path?
I would like to throw the question back to you. Ang sa akin po, no, sa palagay ko napunta ako sa komedya dahil anak ako ni Ginoong Onofre Pagsanghan, Mr. Pagsi, sa Ateneo High School bilang isang sibulista. Of course, metaphorically.
Yes,
Mula nung grade school ako, meron sa Ateneo yung mga sabayang pagbigkas, yung mga pagbigkas na contest, elocution. Natatalo ko dun. Pero I found myself loving the speaking engagements kapag kunwari talking in front of people. And then magmula nung kabataan ko, theater person ako. Grade 4, Ateneo Children's Theater until Dulaang Sibol. Doon sa Dulaang Sibol, hindi lang theater yung ifo-focus ni Mr. Pagsi sa amin, kundi pag-ibig din pagdating sa pananampalataya. So, doon nahasa yung pagkonekta ng sining, pati ng pananampalataya sa akin na these aren't actually mutually exclusive, but rather they can permeate each other's circles, no, and walang divide. Kasi yun yung naging training sa amin nung nasa teatro ko. Doon ako natuto magpiano. Doon ako natuto magsalita. Dahil yung training talaga sa amin, para kaming nasa seminaryo na hindi talaga. So, doon nagsimula yung pag-ibig ko para sa sining, pag-ibig sa art, visual arts din, kahit papano. And yun po ang doon ako nagsimula dahil na-train ako ni Mr. Onofre Pagsanghan sa Dulaang Sibol.
Sibolista din yung kapatid ko.
Talaga po?
Opo. So, alam ko lahat yan.
Talaga? Secret na lang po natin yun.
Oo, sige. Anyway,
Joke
so
lang.
you call yourself the Catholic comedian. Hindi common ang ganitong branding. What does it mean to be a Catholic comedian? And why did you choose this unique mission?
The backstory of that actually was that, of course, I told you I was performing already, but these were more secular performances. These were plays, like people might be familiar with Sinta. I acted there. Beauty and the Beast, I played as Gaston in Ateneo Children's Theater. But there was this one show in 2019, they were looking for a host. Jesuit Communications was looking for a host for their Ginintuan, the 50th anniversary of Jesuit music, which was started by the Jesuit Father Ontiveros, who is known daw as the father of Philippine liturgical music. So, 50 years daw yon na celebration. And then they were looking for a host. And then, lo and behold, since I was already the managing director of Dulaang Sibol, since tumatanda si Sir Pagsi, naging teacher ako noon, and then sabi ni Sir Pagsi, kayo muna ang mag-alaga sa Dulaang Sibol. Naghanap ako ng mga estudyante na sabi ko sa mga students na meron ako, Sinong gusto? Exam week ng mga bata. Diba? Ako sinasabi ko, please focus on your studies.
Yes.
Naghanap sila, sino pa ba pwede, Romar? Sabi ko, ako na lang. And then yun, usap kami nila Jescom, etc. And then, when I was on stage, it was a very, very free discussion on stage. It was parang ako nag-stand-up comedy, but in a religious perspective. And people were laughing. Could you imagine? I could have never imagined that I was with Cardinal Tagle on stage. And then, pagpasok ko on stage, I was bowing to him because sabi ko, this is the first time I've ever met a cardinal in my entire life. And then, sabi ni Cardinal Tagle, ito rin ang unang pagkakataon na makakita ng isang tulad mo. Sabi ko, wow, what an honor, a cardinal. Tapos nagbow kami sa isa't isa. And then, after namin mag-engage, sabi ko, Cardinal, can I take a selfie with you on stage? And then we took a selfie. And then, people were laughing, people were enjoying. So, parang doon ko na-discover na, oh wait, I think I have this gift of connecting laughter with faith. But that was 2019. Not until the pandemic came. That's when I discovered TikTok. Actually, yung ate ko pa ngayon na una sa TikTok na mga mag-video, yung mga ganyan. Tapos ako, because I was so stressed with my studies during that time, I was, as said, I was taking up my MBA. There's that thesis period, wherein you're both stressed and bored at the same time. Bored, why? Because you're procrastinating, diba? Sa dulo ko na lang gagawin, pero you're stressed as well. So, in order to distress, I would play the piano. And Father Arnel Aquino of the Society of Jesus has this album called Lauds. There's this song, Anima Christi. So, love Christ, sanctify me, diba? There's a very long intro version of that intro na napakahaba. So if you're a choir member, you wouldn't know when you'd sing, right? So sa sobrang haba, ikaw parang soul of Christ. Diba sa sobrang haba eh. So that's what I recorded because I discovered on TikTok there was a duet feature. So I recorded first myself with yung intro na napakahaba. And then ni-record ko yung sarili ko na reacting as if choir member ako. And then, I posted it. Just for fun, just for stress, stress relief. And then people were sending laugh reacts. Malaki na sa akin yun na nag-30 haha reacts, biglang nag-50, tapos biglang nag-5,000 views, nag-10,000 views. What is this? And then eventually what happened was I said, okay, let me post another one. I am also a choir server because yun when I was in high school, Sir Pagsi would always tell us to always go to Mass every Wednesday, and then first Sunday Mass in De La Strada, we would also serve there. And then I would notice in the Masses, there are bloopers. And then I highlighted the bloopers during the Mass. And I think what happened was, if I remember correctly, one of the viral videos that I had as well, yung through him, with him, and in him, di ba, yung the Father will sing that. And then yung choir does not know if kakantahin ba or not. And then yung commentator, hindi rin alam kung kakantahin ba yun. So nagka-eye contact si commentator at si choir until hindi na alam, and then tutugtog na yung choir, biglang si commentator sabi niya, Amen. And then at the same time. And then yun yung mga content na sumikat sa akin. And then I think I was nakikiliti ko yung pain point ng mga tao during the pandemic, which was they were missing the physical church during that time because diba, it was all online.
Online lahat.
People really did not have opportunities to worship, etc. They would miss the imperfections of the church, di ba, na kahit papano kapag nagsaserve ka, it's not always perfect. And yun, maaalala mo. And then you'd have very fond memories of you serving in the church. And then I think that's what I connected. And then yun yung isa sa mga kwento na meron po ako.
Okay, of course, not everyone appreciates religious humor. How do you handle criticism and bashing from people who think faith and comedy should not mix?
Well, there's that usual saying na actually it's not a saying, pero in Tagalog, it's not even Tagalog. Parang i-dog show mo na lang. The definition of a dog show is you also point humor, poke some humor in with those who bash you. So for example, I speak out in terms of social justice issues in my posts. And then people just start to comment, magpiano ka na nga lang. Tapos, nung minsan, sabi ko, ano kaya pwede? Just clap back para mapatahimik yung iba na, parang just doubting me na din nilalang lang yung piano. So, yung ni-reply ko, okay. Dash, Mr. Roma Richard Chuka, LPT, MBA, LTO. Tapos, nandun yung credentials. So, AIM graduate, Ateneo de Manila, graduate from the prestigious Land Transportation Authority office, na licensed ako, na non-professional licensed driver. Yun yung mga ganon. So, I poke fun in those moments. But, as a teacher, sometimes I convert it into what you can say as as teachable moments. Sinasabi ko sa ibang mga bashers, don't look at just one post. Look at kung ano yung gusto kong sabihin with the entirety of all the posts that I do in terms of yung comedy. Pinaka nababash ako is sometimes when I mix up Catholic songs with yung mga secular songs. So for example, I'll do an intro of the Beatles' Let It Be, but suddenly it becomes Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. And then, yung mga ganyan. And then people would react. Although, I'm already used to it. Pero that's how I also poke fun with them. Tapos yung iba natatawa din. So, what I believe kasi is humor also breaks down barriers. Because, diba, what happens is that things become relatable to people, and then I think humor makes bridges. It doesn't burn bridges.
Sure. Yeah, just don't take everything too seriously.
Yes,
that's true.
There will be times to take things very seriously. Pero parang most of the time, what I do is, what humor can I find in the day? In the same way that St. Ignatius says, diba, we find God in all things. Perhaps God will surprise us with some sense of humor today, with a sense of joy today. And I know na it's Holy Week, no? And with Holy Week, yes, there will be time to take things seriously. Pero when you take things seriously, we also look forward to Easter. Diba? Where during Easter, napakaganda. Where we sing our Alleluias, Andel's Alleluia, lahat-lahat, etc. So, mas nananamnam natin yung grasya ng Diyos dahil sa humor.
True. Okay, so your book, Catholic Comedy Libro,
mahirap i-pronounce.
was a finalist in the Cardinal Sin Catholic Book Awards. So, ano ang nilalaman nito?
Ang nilalaman nito ay all the religious reflections that I've done, posts that I've done. Pero on a more serious side, back in 2013, Yolanda happened, and then I had relatives who passed away noong Yolanda. Thus, when the Pope visited in 2015, I was really crying, na parang tears of joy na the Vicar of Christ went to the Philippines to actually be with us. And I made a reflection there about how God reaches out to the least, last, and lost, and things like that. So, part of that, mga reflections na mga malalalim. Pero, I put it up in a way na mamaya na yung mga malalalim, jokes muna, no? So for example, no, kung naririnig ko yung soul of Christ, sanctify me, sometimes what I hear is soul of rice, 'di ba? Soul of rice, crispy soy milk. 'Di ba yung mga ganon, or nagtatanong ako sa mga pare kung Father, bakit pag kunwari nakapako si Jesus sa cross, why do I notice that Jesus had abs? No? Tapos wala, minsan hindi ma-explain ng mga pare. Pero tinatanong ko yung mga pare, does that mean we can also say fit senor? Diba? Diba sa Cebu kasi fit senor. Gusto ko lang i-explain na pero yun, may mga ganun akong jokes na nilalagay din. Pero ano muna, kasi naniniwala ako, if you have a message to tell, you don't hard sell it directly. Dapat muna, parang patawa ka muna, yung mga ganyan. Again, to break down barriers. But eventually, we have to talk about the real things. Diba? And I think yun yung ginawa ko sa libro ko. Kaya hindi man siya yung nanalo na sa youth category, pero naging finalist, which is, ano na rin, parang, oh my goodness, that's a finalist, diba? So, pwede ko na yun idagdag sa LPT, MBA, LTO na finalist, aside from my membership cards sa mga drugstores.
But what do you hope your readers will take away from your book?
When I hear the word takeaway, fast food chains ang nasa isip ko kaagad.
Pero naman. I walked right into that.
Yes.
Okay.
Pero from my book, I want people to learn that you have a God who reaches out to you in even your darkest moments. Even in the moments that you feel alone. Yung mga moments na, alam mo yung, Lord, nandito ka pa ba? Or yung mga moments na nagsa-struggle ka either financially, or you have social justice issues, yung parang hindi mo maintindihan yung nangyayari sa mundo eh. Pero, again, with the visit of Pope Francis in 2015 to Leyte, it was a message of the Pope saying, God has never left us. Diba? Nandyan palagi si Lord sa buhay natin. And even in my life, no, right now, I walk, quote-unquote, with Sumilao farmers. I don't know if you've heard of the Sumilao farmers. Noong 2007, they were the ones who marched to fight for their land in Bukidnon. Pumunta sila dito sa Malacanang, actually, to regain their land from kung sino man yung mga And then, they won back their land. And then ako, biglang, grace just, showed up. And then, biglang, right now, I'm working with them because of an accidental meet-up with a person sa airport na, uy, baka gusto mong mag-help out sa mga Sumilao farmers. And right now, I'm trying to, do financial projections with them, and tumutulong ako para ng kasava, parang, basta, all business with them. Pero, I've noticed na sometimes I feel alone. Pero I've also noticed that sometimes the farmers feel so alone. Diba? But when we're together, we feel God working in how we work with each other. nung minsan nga, nag-meeting kami doon sa mga farmers, binigyan ako ng parang honorarium. Sabihin natin, hindi ko alam kung malaki na yun or hindi, pero binigyan ako ng 500 pesos. And then ako, parang, hindi man yun yung, yung professional fee, di ba, for consultancy, etc. Pero binigyan ako ng 500 pesos. Pero it was out of their, what you could say, poverty. Diba? Which reminds us so much of the Gospels na si Jesus pinoint out yung isang widow na nagbigay ng 2 piso na sinabi niya na, look, this person gave out of her poverty. No? So, sobrang, alam mo yung parang I felt so rich even with just that quote-unquote mere, 500 pesos, na higit pa naman yun sa, naging mas higit pa yung feeling ko na, out of their poverty, nagbigay sila sa akin, and natuwa ako. It was so symbolic na God has never left me, and siguro out of gratitude na rin na yun, kasi sino ba yung crazy person na all the way from Manila, na wala namang blood ties doon sa Mindanao, na who would live with them and do some business consultancy for our social enterprise with them. So, I think mutual talaga na me walking with them and them walking with me, yun yung isa sa nakakatuwang mga bagay na ginagawa ko, na nais kong ipangalandakan na hindi lang ako Catholic comedian in terms of, pagpapatawa in terms of the Gospels, in terms of choir happenings, no. I want to show the world, the universe rather, no. Okay. Then it's really to be a Catholic is it's a whole thing. WHOLE, buo, no. Hindi siya pagpunta lang sa loob ng simbahan at pagsimba, kundi yung buhay mo sa labas din ng simbahan. That's also part of being Catholic. You have to show God's love, because God's love is not just inside the walls of the church, it is outside. Yes.
Totoo. Okay. Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang content creator and book author na si Romar Chuca. Dito pa rin sa Art to Art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos na ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art to Art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa sining biswal, inihahandog ng Ateneo Library of Women's Writings at ng Ang Ilustrador ng Kabataan ang Storied Lives, Portraits of Women in the Aliw Collection, isang fundraising exhibit para sa Research Grant on Women and Gender. Nagbukas noong March 26, patuloy itong makikita hanggang April 26 sa Aliw Reading Room, sa ground floor ng Special Collections Building, Rizal Library, Ateneo de Manila University, Quezon City. Inihahandog naman ng The Art District ang kanilang annual group exhibition na pinamagatang Once Upon Escolta sa 211 Calvo Building, Escolta Street, Binondo, Manila. Makikita ang mga obrang sumasalamin sa ganda at saya ng Maynila hanggang April 16. Para sa karagdagang detalye, nag-email sa tadgalleryph@gmail.com. Sa musika, patuloy na tumatanggap ng applications ang mga nagnanais lumahok sa 2025 Andrea O. Veneracion International Choral Festival hanggang April 30. Ang Choral Festival na isasagawa mula August 20 hanggang 24 sa Metro Manila ay mayroong 6 na categories: Children's Choir, Equal Voices, Folk Song and Indigenous Music, Mixed Choir, Musika Sacra at Popular Music. Para sa kompletong detalye, bumisita sa website na www.avchoralfestph.com/guidelines o kaya sa Facebook page ng Choral Fest.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
ACS.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama pa rin natin ang The Catholic Comedian na si Romar Chuka. Romar, you have nearly 800,000 followers and millions of views on social media. So how do you use the digital platforms for evangelization, and what do you think is the role of social media in spreading the faith?
Actually, dyan ako nagtataka kasi yung mga videos ko, isang taong nakapambahay lang, naka-shorts, na naka-t-shirt, tapos biglang alam mo yun, I would have never have thought na years and years later, I would be sitting here, or I would be featured in podcasts, in different news. So, parang para sa akin, nagulat ako. No? Pero, I know na itong voice ko pala is something that is perhaps valuable to people because nakaka-relate yung mga tao with I guess the real Romar Chuka that I put up online. Wherein isa akong Katoliko na hindi perpekto. And I think yun yung kailangan din ng mga tao makita na, di ba, when you think of Catholic content, it's usually, sige, maglagay tayo ng instrumental music muna. At maglagay tayo ng, dapat may, imahen ng santo at may imahen ng ganito, yung mga ganyan.
Yes.
Pero, para sa akin, isang simpleng taong nakapambahay na nagpapiano sa bahay na may tumatahol-tahol pang Tofi at Hershey na pangalan ng aking mga aso, no? Na habang tumutugtog ng piano at nagma-mash up. Hindi ko akalain na may voice din pala yun at nagiging relatable sa mga tao. And I think that's what we need in terms of faith, because when people think of faith, it's really very formal, very but really God can be with us even in the simplest times of our lives. And I hope that's the message that I get to send, even if ngayon ko lang siya na-verbalize. No? So yun, as a person with 800,000 followers na nababawasan minsan, and okay lang yan, na napagtanto ko na may halaga din yung boses na ito, pero nagiging careful din ako na parang sana kahit papano yung mga sinasambit ko, the things that I share, people will also learn. Because for me, isa sa mga advocacies ko, and I think you've heard it from the way that I've talked, is in the Catholic Church, people always just think it's always just praying. But there's no doing. Di ba meron nga yung the famous saying, ora et labora. Di ba? Work and pray. Tama ba? Or, yeah. So, working and praying. It's not just praying, it's also working. It's your life outside. And meron kasi isang aspect sa Catholic theology, yung tinatawag mong Catholic social teachings, na ang joke nga daw, na hindi naman tatawa yung mga tao dito, pero it's the best kept secret of the church. Na hindi siya dapat secret, kasi yung mga social teachings ng simbahan, ito yung mag-i-inspire sa atin, especially yung mga millennials ngayon, yung mga Gen Z na sinasabi, para saan pa ba ang simbahan? Parang it's out of touch, di ba? Pero if you notice, the church has spoken about these social issues na people are very, very passionate about right now. So if you need to hear about these issues and want to talk about it, there's a space in the Catholic Church to actually talk about it. And yun yung gusto kong mapakita sa pamamagitan ng ginagawa ko. Of course, marami pa rin ako mga jokes, no? Marami pa mga kwela. Kung gusto niyo ng joke, hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng sample. Pumunta na lang kayo or bumili kayo ng libro ko.
Okay.
Joke lang.
Alright.
Nag-promote.
And your Instagram is The Catholic Comedian?
Yeah, Instagram is The Catholic Comedian. Lahat po yun, The Catholic Comedian. Actually, ang with The Catholic Comedian, minsan nahihiya ako pag sinasabi, The Catholic Comedian. Kasi parang, may monopoly ako ng Catholic comedy. Pero alam mo yung, this was me naming myself 4 years ago na ayoko nang baguhin kasi nakilala na ako ng mga tao doon. Pero na-notice ko na may mga ibang mas nakakatawa sa akin na mga pare, yung mga ganyan. Pero, sige, panindigan na lang natin. Okay na, nakilala na rin naman kahit papano. So, yun, it's The Catholic Comedian sa IG, TikTok, Facebook, and everywhere.
All right, okay. Speaking of everywhere, you recently went to the Vatican as one of the Philippine representatives for the Jubilee of World of communication.
Totoo yun?
Yeah. So how was that experience?
Siguro, I was killigated. No?
Okay.
I was killigated to the maximum level. Because I was a mere content creator who just received a random Google Drive, Google Sheet link, and just signed up for it. Mag-record ka ng 1 minute and explaining who you are, and then lo and behold, I was attending tumugtog ako sa isang kasal, and then during the reception, masarap yung pagkain, may sushi. Yung nakita ko biglang may email from the Vatican actually inviting me na all expense paid trip going to Rome.
Wow.
As one of the representatives for the Jubilee of the World of Communication. So it was such an honor kasi alam mo yun, parang I wouldn't have believed if I talked to Romar of 4 years ago na may imbitahan ako to the Vatican to listen to journalists, to listen to social media professionals about, Maria Ressa was there. She was the keynote speaker na nakaka-proud kasi nag-standing ovation kami bilang mga Pilipino na nandoon. Tuwang-tuwa ako kasi it was a nod perhaps by the Vatican na itong simple at hamak na content creator na kalokohan pero nakaka-connect naman kahit papano with the youth of the day may has worth, no? And I think I couldn't explain the feeling of being inside St. Peter's Basilica, and then we were at Pope Paul VI. It was the audience hall with Pope Francis, no? And then nung nandun si Pope Francis, again, hindi ako makapaniwala. Pumapasok siya, tapos sinabi niya, alam ko nang gutom kayong lahat kasi gutom na rin ako. So hindi ko na babasahin tong prepare kong speech. Na-relate ako sa kanya kasi parang hindi naman sa tinamad si Pope Francis, pero na-realize niyang gutom na yung mga tao, so hindi na lang daw niya babasahin. Nakaka-relate ka sa ganong mga human moments. And sabi ko, okay, hindi ko nadala yung libro ko during that time because nagkasakit ako before I went there. I actually had a 39-degree fever bago lumipad.
Wow.
Tapos, alam mo yun, nag-take na ako ng 2 tempra. Baka nanonood yung nanay ko. Isa lang yung sabi ng nanay ko na isang Pero hindi naman daw overdose yun.
Okay.
Pero doktor yung nanay ko, baka pagalitan niya ako mamaya pag uwi ko ng bahay. Pero, milagro milagro na natawag ako para doon. Milagro na nagkasakit ako pero nawala yung sakit ko pag board ko ng airplane. Perhaps it was because of the kimchi na kinain ko rin doon sa aeroplano. I don't know. Pero tuwang-tuwa ako na nandun ako. It was so killigationism. Okay? Kasi who would have thought? And doon ko na-realize, it's all grace. God has never left us. And I think pwede kong sabihin yun sa audience na kayong mga nasa bahay ngayon, kayo, na God has never left you. If you just look, if you just open your eyes, nandyan lang si Lord.
What a journey.
It has been.
Yes, yes, exactly. But it's not yet over. Of course, looking ahead, ano pa ang gusto mong ma-achieve? What's your biggest dream or dream project for the Catholic comedian?
Perhaps one of the dream projects that I have for the Catholic community is there are people who, right now I'm working with Limang Siglo. Yung Limang Siglo, they do digital scans of churches in 3D. So may naging 3D space siya. Pero that's for tangible properties of the church. For me, since I'm a musician, isa sa parang dream projects ko would be, di ba sa Pilipinas may census? Diba? And sa census, parang alam mo kung ilan yung tao, yung mga ganyan, you have the data. Pero dito kasi, wala pang census for liturgical music in the Philippines. Na masasabi mo na, uy, sa Luzon, ito yung mga music na meron sila. Na masasabi mo dito sa Visayas and sa Mindanao. Kasi ako, living in Mindanao, sinasabi ko, oh, medyo nagkakaroon ng mix ng iba't ibang religions, yung mga music dito, etc. Parang wala pang isang snapshot na pwedeng pag-researchan ng mga tao in the future. So, parang sabi ko, why not perhaps look for people who are willing to help, no, na to have a snapshot of the Philippine liturgical music, Catholic Philippine liturgical music. Kasi doon mo makikita, baka mamaya makita mo rin yung disparity in terms of skill level, na baka mamaya may kailangan ka palang interventions na pwede mo ibigay. Dati kasi parang sabi ko, if I had like perhaps 10 million pesos or nawala ako, no? Pero parang sabi ko, gusto ko mamigay ng piano sa lahat ng mga tao. Pero if mamigay ako ng piano sa lahat ng mga simbahan, ano lang yan, parang hindi yan point of growth. Pero what if mamimigay na ka ng piano na may konting training pa, may konting recollection para sa mga youth. Tapos, kasi ako, I get invited already to talk. Si Bishop Sok invited me sa first regional youth day nila. What if hindi lang ako nagbigay ng, nag-invite pa ako ng ibang mga tao, people of the art scene na magtuturo on what liturgical music is. Pero before that, before ka gumawa kasi ng intervention, you have to know the data first. You have to have an extensive research, kailangan mo ng, etc. Ang daming work to be done. Pero, it will be of value talaga for people years and years to come. Kasi they'll have a snapshot.
Yes.
And sa snapshot na yan, alam mo yung kung ano yung pwede mong gawin. Kasi ayoko naman na it's very dangerous to assume that people need something if you just do it at once. I heard there were people who donated toilets to, kunwari, sa Typhoon Yolanda. Did they really need toilets at that time? Pero ang dami ng toilets nandun yung nanggaling. So, parang ganun din sa akin. There are chapels in Mindanao. What if bigla ka nagbigay ng pipe organ na walang ka-training? Di ba? May disconnect yun. But if you have the data, from the research, from the if you have people on the field asking the right questions, perhaps that is a good way to start. Para alam natin kung ano yung pangangailangan. And music kasi, I believe, brings community. Diba? It deepens the faith. I think people who are listening right now, at least meron kayong isang favorite na kanta ng simbahan. Is it Tell the World of His Love? I don't know. Because, pero a lot of people, when I sing Anima Christi, yun yung nila. Yung iba, pag tutugtog lang ako ng ta-da-da-dan, bigla nilang ano yan? Awit ng paghahangad. It brings a lot of memories. It makes beauty come alive through art. Diba? So, para sa akin, bilang artist, diba, minsan, ako rin, artist din ako, so minsan sabog ako, Pero what if there's a way to organize these things and have a snapshot? That's the dream. Yun yung gusto kong dream. And sana yun yung magawa ko within the next 5 years or so.
Okay. Magagawa yan. Magagawa yan. Pero bago tayo magtapos, ano ang maibabahagi mong points for reflection sa ating mga viewers and listeners ngayong Holy Week, lalo na sa paggamit ng social media and other tools of communication?
Perhaps one of the things that they could do, wag kayong mag-social media for the next 7 days.
Abstain from social media. Okay.
Abstain from social media. Alam kong counterintuitive yun from what I'm saying because I'm a social media person. Pero perhaps yung abstain na yan, 1 hour na hindi ka mag-social media and then just look at people around you, observe people, breathe in, breathe out, and just enjoy, relish moments.
Have a regular conversation.
Have a regular and beautiful conversation. A life-giving conversation, di ba? Which we rarely have kasi puro bangayan na lang at debate sa social media na wala nang parang we don't understand and walk in the footsteps of other people anymore. So, have a real life face-to-face conversation perhaps with people this coming Holy Week. And allow yourself to just sit down. I'm working with some brands recently and nagbigay ako ng linya sa kanila na they made it into an artwork. Kailangan mo ng katahimikan, pero kailangan ka ng katahimikan. No? Yung katahimikan mo also contributes to the silence for other people, which is what we need. Kasi napakagulo ng mundo ngayon. It's like a blackboard wherein ang daming mga nakasulat. Kung i-erase mo yan, napakaraming dust and things are very murky or malabo. Pero just allow the dust to settle down this Holy Week and then see things very, very clear. And baka mamaya, ma-meet mo si God.
True. Maraming salamat sa pagdalo mo sa amin, Romar. And of course, we wish you all the best in your work and have a blessed week ahead.
Thank you very much.
Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo kami ulit dito sa Art to Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja Elizalde, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.